We waited out the storm. Lovely. Lovely. Hey, y'all. Isn't that funny? You know, something was like, try today. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm going to lotion my hands for you. Well, I say lotion, but I'm pulling them up. Ah. Right. How's everybody doing? I hope fantastically well. I know that's right. Welcome to August 1st. We have shifted months. We are already in a new season, aka Leo. All right. Let's start with some love, joy, celebration, little OMG, and always grounded in the truth. Angels, ancestors of the Most High, gather around. You already know your positions. Holy Spirit, I open myself to be a channel of divine messages for those who need them. Need them. That serve the highest and greatest good of the all. Daddy, you know, we are always together. Yeah, I don't know why I feel so spoiled right now. Like divine love and energy. It's like, I feel full. I love it. All right. The moon is currently in Scorpio, right? And so that's usually a good time to take a peek at, them things, What are they hiding? What's coming up? So let's pull out these beauties. I've been trying to figure out a way of telling people that they need a spiritual bath without like being offensive about it. It's like, oh my gosh, like I've been praying and praying and praying on that because something be stuck to people. I just saw incarcerated, like, I feel like people have been barred from your energy too, so it really doesn't matter what they've been up to. They've been barred, being incarcerated, right? No more attacking your inner child. I'm seeing that too. All right, Holy Spirit. And the energy, what needs to be illuminated? And the energy of Leo, right? We're in that illumination, sun energy on this moon in Scorpio. Second quarter at that. Ooh, look at that. It don't even matter. I was getting that from the jump. They will not be a bother to you no more. No more. Look. The graphics, I feel like I need to cover that. See, look. See? They've been buried. Is really what I'm getting. Look at this. Moving. Legal issues. See what I mean? They got bigger fish to fry than messing with you. But I feel like messing with you is how they became a target by the powers. The powers. Not the earthly powers, but the heavenly powers. Okay? They got issues. And I got issues. They're funny. Look. This is the phase the collective is in. into you, good chemistry, great vibes, positive. You should really be feeling this. Like, y'all, I have had some of the coolest encounters with the youngins. So yesterday, I'm just walking, minding my business, you know, going to get what I need to get. Hold on. Let's make sure. All right. And everything. Um, and I'm like, it's a group of kids. Like, they kids to me. They could be of age, ain't my business. I ain't trying to rain on their party. But they was blazing, right? So I was like, and they was just scattered about. So I was like, all right, let me just get around them a little bit. You know what I mean? No judgment. I don't care. That's all. Please. Um, but I guess the way I did it, it was like, I don't know. I was playful. I wasn't being weird about it. Just like, all right. And so I pull out my vape. All right. Like I said, we don't judge. So I pull out my vape, take a couple tokes, and I guess the aroma hit them. Right. And so I'm bebopping along. And then one of the young girls come over to me, right? And she like touches my shoulder. It was like tag. So I'm like, okay. And she like waves at me like, hi. Like, I'm like, hi. It was just a cute random interaction, right? And so I'm like, all right, cool. I'm bebopping along, going my way where I'm going. And I turn and they're at a store, like an outdoor store. And she's like, oh, you caught up. And I'm like, see, it was tag. I was like, yeah, I did. It was just so cute. Like, I consider myself like universal auntie, right? Like I told you, I love kids. They ain't got to be mine nor biologically related. I love kids. That's our job. You know, if you make it to a certain point, you're supposed to like encourage and nurture and it like, so, you know, be open. But it was just so cute. And even like, I don't know, I've experienced the shift and I like it because tensions have been so weird, man. And so it's nice. It's nice for people to finally be in this. Like, let go, release, you know, come out their heads. It was just super, super cute. Man. Right. No more fake nice is what I'm seeing because the cosmic forces are fed up with that. The fake nice. All right. They are not going to be a bother. Look. So what you're putting out is genuinely being reflected to you, collective. And so I know that's confirmation because that's really the energy I exude. I walk in because that's the world I want. You know what I mean? I want people to get along. I want equality and all these beautiful things. It's not about me. I'm one cog in one sprocket in a much bigger cosmos. You understand? So it can't centrally be about me. It's impossible. It's just impossible. Ooh. Mm, mm, mm. I also get here that someone tried to make some sort of false allegations, right? With the threatening, intimidating, threatened, bothered energy and dirt digging. I feel like someone did actually look into that. And what they found was the complete opposite. So if there was some sort of case, because I keep seeing incarcerated and things like that as I cut through the deck, yeah, it's like somebody was trying to like sabotage you in some capacity. But they're getting back karma. And like whoever this is that they went to try to instigate something, it was a complete waste of time. You haven't bothered this person one iota. One iota. They were trying to force a false narrative. Yeah, spiritual hater. Oh yeah, this is even looking like because I saw fed up, and if you know, if you've been around, I don't read that card. I read it more so as the boys in blue at the higher levels. It's just the way the energy feels to me because the feds try to ignore it. Look, they ignore things until they can't ignore them. You know what I mean? There's jurisdictions, and not that I am a part of any of that. It's just how it works. If you're an American or you've been in this country, you understand the branches of government and like the systems, right? Okay. And so you know they don't move unless they have to, and they're patient above all things. Um, but they tried to jumpstart something and it didn't go their way. Yeah, this is what they found was that this person is, regardless if you were ever a true lover, like people use that word loosely. Um, yeah, they're the culprit. Whoever tried to get up in your business and get people looking at you under false pretenses, they've been found out to be the culprit, is the best way of putting this. Wow. Hustling, right. And then child services came out. So if this person has children, it's looking like they do, because of these antics, their children are at risk of being taken away, as the card says. And then there's hustling here, making it rain, focus on money, getting it. Right. And so I feel like this is the underlying cause. There's money at stake here. How it connects to you, we might find out, but it does. But this is something I feel like that's hidden from you. Confirmation. This is giving frenemy, 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 frenemy. Nightmares, extra triggered, bad karma, curious about you. Cock blocking, block, cyber bully, ego, forcer. See what I mean? Like, interesting. Now, I can honestly say for me, the only person who should have animosity towards me, but it's unfounded, but I could comprehend, I could intellectualize why. And there is an actual child services thing between us, but that's because I'm not going to watch you abuse your kids. I'm just not. I'm not going to do it. Kids need someone to advocate for them and whatever. And in particular, there was a case already pertaining to this child and this person's behavior towards this child and neglect and all that shit. So I didn't find that out until after the fact. I just know that don't abuse the kiddos. I'm not talking about discipline. I'm talking about actual freaking abuse. So that's how this resonates to me for 100% disclosure. But it doesn't feel that connected. But I'm like, yeah, it could be something like that. It could be. Yeah. And, I don't need to go down memory lane. But, ops are ops. And you know, you can give people the benefit of the doubt until there's no doubt that they're just a fucking op. But there's some sort, look, giving money. This person has something of yours that they don't want to give to you. See how it came right back out? Because it's hustling card. So this person could end up going to jail. They took a huge risk. Told you. It got rejected. Whatever. It opened them up for Pandora's box. Look, fishing for comments, child neglect. See what I mean? See what I mean? This person could have tried to, say you were a terrible mother. This could be a former ex-lover for some of you, or a terrible father. It went from we vibing, we good, to we can't stand each other, fed up, blah, 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 blah. And so this could be over child support for some of you. Someone's not trying to, I don't think it's take care of them. I feel like this person doesn't or didn't want to be put on papers. They would have happily gave you money, but this person could be a street pharmacist. They actually could be some form of hustler. I'm getting a lot of different things with this. Like someone could have been really trying to hurt the other parent with this combination here. Because, if you go on papers, you got to have a job. You got to explain where the income coming from. If you can use mediation. This could be because somebody moved, relocated, changed cities, towns, states, countries. Player. Oh. So one of these parents who's the player or the perceived as the player, they moved on. They absolutely moved on. Somebody's after the money. There's a spiritual hater here who's really, really pissed off. Yeah, they're trying to create legal issues. I even feel like you made your way up. Maybe you came out of this player energy, you're doing better, you're settled down with someone new, and they can't stand it. Head in the clouds, and then girl fight. This makes me feel like there is a jealous ass baby mama to somebody, ex-wife, if you want to give her that credit. I don't feel that. And you moved on to someone to match your new energy, sir, a boss B, and this triggered a firestorm within this person, jackpot, because they no longer have access not only just to you, but the generosity of you just breaking them off. And for the longest time, they really tried to act like they wasn't bothered about the situation. They thought it was a waste of time, that you would be back to them because you always come back, begging, pleading, baby, baby. But no, you moved into a place where you respect them, you respect yourself. Hey, thank you for commenting. Thank you for coming. And this person is a happiness hater. Inside scoop. Yeah. This person really is going to end up in jail, right? Because I feel like it's a feminine energy, and they have been attacking you and your new partner, trying to say you're terrible parents and this, that, and the third, but it's all BS. And I mean that. They looked into it. They're just mad. And you look, that's you and your missus. She don't care. You're ignoring this person, and they all up in your business. That is terrible. So I don't know if you're going to need a restraining order. They talk a lot of ish. They could have even said you threatened them in some capacity. You should never be alone with that female. Good job. Take it as it resonates. Flip the roles, genders as it needs to. You know your energy. Even if I get the details a little wonky. Again, these are general collective readings, and I do the best that I can. You're about to get some photo proof about all of this confirmation. Yeah, somebody who parties a lot, who blacks out, I'm seeing, did something and it was caught on camera and or film. And I feel like it'll be the first time that the chickens come home to roost. This could be involving a hookup, an illness, and someone who it could be really bad. It could be really, really bad. Because this is somebody I feel like you wouldn't ordinarily be interested in. Or you could have even rejected one of these people. Because I'm seeing like you thought this was just you and somebody else. But I'm really feeling like, see, look, hooked. Oh, I don't like it. And it's meant to haunt you, because I just saw haunted. This person, somebody was watching and recording, and I feel like they're going to use some sort of fake account to try to extort you. You need to be very careful. This is so much worse than you think it is right now. But this feels like revenge P. Okay? Cyberbullying. You need to get ahead of this. Okay? I'm not kidding. This is not something you should ignore, especially with that right there. Because this person, I feel like, took advantage of another person knowing their status in whatever capacity that looks like. You would have never. I feel like somebody was really, really sad. You would have never. Because I feel like you know this person has fleas. See how the dog right there? You know this person has fleas. Ill. Listen, if you haven't gone to see a healthcare provider, or going to one of those free pop-up clinics or something like that, you need to go do that. If this resonates with you, if you know you've been partying and going out, and you know you hooked up with somebody, but the night is fuzzy, that's you, baby. Go ahead. Run. I'm not kidding. I just saw running. You need to run. because you were I really do feel like you were targeted by this person, because there's rejection here. Travel, romantic hookup, love triangle, player, spiritual hater. You would have never, whether this person has spiritual cooties. Oh my God. Or somebody online, like it's something weird, but there's a third energy here. Spiritual hater. I keep saying it. God bless you. What else, Holy Spirit? Inside scoop. Somebody knows they're being watched and they don't care. They're like, fine, bitch, you want to watch me? Watch me. You must be bored and lonely. You need to go on a trip somewhere. Decompress instead of worried about what somebody else doing. Look, grudge holder. Curious about you. Facts, no facts. Hustling. Right. Move along. This is somebody you definitely was like, okay. You ran into them, realized you couldn't trust them, and you moved the fuck on. Here's the thing. There's going to be legal issues if this continues. Drama starter. Yeah. Because you are being harassed, by the way. Whether or not you care or not. This is harassment. They're also doing readings or getting readings in some capacity. Yeah. There's somebody who was only interested in sex and you have no, you don't want that. You don't want that. I feel like this person was having dreams about you, but they was really nightmares and whatever. Yeah. See, this was some sort of fated meeting. Interesting. It might also be time to change your Wi-Fi passwords. I'm seeing that for some. Yeah. This is somebody that you ran across who's some sort of energy reader or vampire on a trip somewhere, or you were traveling or something like that. It makes me feel like a working vacation with the Statue of Liberty and the pineapple. Because, you know, New York's commerce and all that hubbub, blah, 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 and then the pineapple hospitality. Right. Interesting. This is somebody, I feel like you were targeted to a degree. Maybe not. Maybe they just some chance encounter, but I feel like it was fated. I really do. This is someone who was hoping you would allow them to take you off course to a very different path where you would end up sacrificing your purpose, your freedom, you know what I mean? See, look. You're being gang stalked. This is a dangerous path you're on. But you're protected. See what I mean? This feels so targeted. Like somebody thought they knew, right? Because whatever they were picking up on, they thought you were lonely. Or you could have been by yourself traveling, but you're never alone. And this person thought you were a prime target to trip on. Look, oh my God. Child's play. And I feel like this is exactly what you did. You switched up. You was like, nah, salty bitch, male or female, doesn't matter to me. Like, right, you were mid-ascension, hence that energy is palpable energy. They wanted some. This person tried to come across as someone upstanding, righteous, leader. You know what I mean? This is my divine masculine card in this deck, but that's not who they are. Look. Something about this person, you were like, no, tuned out, outdated, trauma bond alert, toxic traditional value. It was just something off about this person. So, ignoring. Yeah, like you peep so much about this person real quick. And this person has been low-key attacking you and all up in your energy or trying to be. Yeah, like they were trying, like when I say just, it's more than a dangerous path rather. It's, they were trying to use some sort of, well, just, I see Google Magic here because that's what I wrote, to try to break into your vessel and attach some sort of spiritual parasite. You recognize this person for exactly who they are, and you was like, oh, okay. Like I said, you know that you don't get sent on these assignments for no reason. So this is why for you, everything's a working vacation. I totally feel that. Like I resonate with that. I don't vacation anymore. It's a working vacation at all times because I'm not being sent any place just for fun and merriment. I know that there's spiritual work always to be done. Whether I acknowledged it in the beginning or not, it's always work to be done. That being said, that's why it's always a working vacay. Right. Yeah. And I look, and to boot, this person belongs to some weird coven, and they like to come after those people who are full of self love and devotion, and you know. And here's the funny part: they only see, like, it's like the iceberg reference, right? You only see a little bit. So whatever they thought they learned about you was nothing. What they didn't recognize was, you know, how spiritually gully you can get. Or those who, no, it's you, beast mode activated. Like, you already know. Now they feel like they need protection from you. They like, oh, you took it too far. Never, never, never. Some things are, you know, above your pay grade. It's a cosmic force. See that the orb of protection? I'm also seeing that someone has strong connections to Saturn. And I don't know, there's just some things I wouldn't play with. You know? You know? Now you're just gonna have to do your research. See? Like, right. I'm just gonna read something real brief because I don't want to go down the tangent of something else. Saturn is where you learn to operate within the limitations of society. Okay, so anyone who has divine protection from a Saturnian energy, right? They have a mission that is above comprehension, right? So their purpose in your life is just that. There is a purpose. There's no randomness to the encounter. Okay. It's responsibilities and rules, excuse me, fears, obstruction, and limitations. Father, the teacher. You understand? They're backed by source level energy. When I say father, when I say daddy, I'm only referring to one thing. And it was never on this planet. Not the way you think about it. No. So, you know, that's really the protection. So when I be like, I'm gonna tell my I mean that shit. And so somebody has that same sort of energy and impact. There's some other things, but that's I guess that's cultural, and that's why I'm much more reserved than wanting to say it. See, there are spirits, right? Professional fangirl. See those ghosts? Yes, yes. The mission is that big that there are like, you got beings in other realms like whoop, 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 here to expose the false idols, the fake divine beings, whatever you want to call it. You know, the ones who are just wearing suits and regurgitating words. They're not actually doing the work. They're not actually training. They're not actually attuning themselves to the assignment. You're helping them to learn these lessons. Yes, there is an S on your chest. Yes, applied knowledge is wisdom. You're here as that application. Haters blocked and exposed. That's the purpose. So order it, be the divine. See? Like, you've done this before. This is what you do. You are the series legend. Legend, excuse me. So divine feminine, understand. This is why, you know, sometimes your love life be a little wonky. It's okay. You're fine. You can freak out, but that's the reason. I don't feel like that's forever though. Just enjoy the journey. Mm, mm, mm. Okay. Hold on. Let's grab some traditional tarot cards real quick. Ooh, don't drop. Jesus, don't drop. I also feel like somebody is actually trying to, in real time, they want more insight. They don't believe that you really are ignoring them like this, that you really don't give a shit about them like this. They figured you would be lonely, that you would be on your way back, tripping on them. And you like, no, I'm really okay. You've invested enough to whatever that is, and you like, I'm really okay. You're actually in a really good place. 3 of Cups, Ace of Swords. Like, your joy and happiness is sincere. Yeah, you love your independence. You are happily single. 9 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups. Happily single. Looking out at the future like, exploring your options. This is blowing somebody's mind, by the way. Tower. They just cannot believe that you this happy. They just knew you would be back. And it's messing them up. Why would you go back to somebody who put 10 swords in your back? Why? Like, once you get to unfazed and unbothered, like, what? That means you've accepted that there was a part of you that allowed this person to betray you over and over again. Like I said, you've given them enough. Like, you really did invest enough. This relationship was toxic. Look at this. Devil lovers. It was genuinely toxic. It's a karmic relationship. You learned what you needed to learn. Boop. Right? You recognize it was just the sex holding you to somebody. You got on your merry way. You ascended. Like, you really did. This person cannot believe you blocked them like this, but they also can't believe that these attacks are being rejected. Because they've been doing work against your money sectors, your love life, the way you love yourself, your community. Like, this person is determined to get your attention. I mean that. Doing the absolute most. Five of Swords, Ten of Wands. There's the Eight of Cups. They cannot believe that you did not come back. They thought they knew you. Son, no, they ain't know. They had no idea you had this sort of reserve willpower. They thought the love was enough. Yeah, okay. This person thought you needed them. That this is the power they thought they had over you. Page of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, Emperor, Page of Cups, King of Cups. They really, really thought they had the upper hand. Psych your mind. And they the one missing you and shit. Somebody's sick in the fucking head. Eight of Swords, Temperance. Like, no, somebody is sick in the fucking head. Excuse me. Five of Pentacles as well. Three of Swords, like sick in the head. Keep lying to yourself. Because this is quite desperate energy. Five of Swords, Ten of Wands. That is desperate. And the more they go at it, the more you go towards your Nine Cups. You're clear as a bell. You don't want this person back. Like, at all. At all. You over here enjoying life, and they over there like looking at the clock and shit. Like, any moment now, any day now. No. Hold on. I don't know that number. Somebody gonna have to just leave it a message. Hold on. They really thought they had you, but you have used you tapped into your strength energy. You've tamed that beast. I don't care about this person. Now they're just keep trying to poke at you, trying to elicit some sort of exchange, like any opening, even if it's based off of a lie. People think they slick. They not slick. You know exactly what this person up to. You know they antics. No, look, strength. It came out anyway. Like I said, you tamed this beast. They could plan in vain. They're working with someone to try to, but like, let's look at this third party energy, because they've definitely partnered with someone to come at you. Who's this third energy? Could be a Capricorn. But I feel like more than anything, this is somebody they speak to, communicate with on the web. The World and the King of Swords. This is like an internet friend. But I do feel like whoever it is an influential person. The way there's a Three of Pentacles and then 21 breaks down to a 3. It makes me feel like this is an influencer or some variety known for this sort of, yeah. And they make a huge penny at it. This could be somebody in the community that they are originally from. Like, originally from. This is someone they seek out whenever they need advice. Like, this person is well known. But every time they try to tap into your energy to see if this tower is fallen, if anything has come about, no. They only see positive energy, beautiful manifestation. I'm also getting you're more stable, your money's looking amazing. Like, it's not working. It's having the complete opposite effect. primarily because you're in this strength energy. It's almost like they try to use Saturn to teach you a lesson. So again, that's why it's funny because I try not to speak too much about my own shit anymore because I've said everything as far as I could tell. Like I'm busy living life and having new experiences, and all the old shit is just that and it's done. But again, it makes me feel like someone who's supposed to have very similar, extraordinary, otherworldly type protection, insight, and backing has attempted to use a similar, if not the same, as something baneful, and that shit backfired. Right. As I cut the deck, 5 of Pentacles. See what I mean? 4 of Cups. It was rejected. Whatever it was rejected. They're not authorized to bring endings to a divine feminine, period. They were using some weird shit to attack your Venus and all things associated with Venus. You know, love, money, finances, all that shit. Yeah, everything. Like they wanted you in the 5 of Pentacles. But that can't happen. So these two people who are communicating from a distance to each other, and it really is the internet, this offering was rejected. That's why I was like, no, it's something similar. Like y'all are backed by similar energies and they're not permitted. You cannot. Knight of Swords, 6 of Wands, Lovers, 10 of Cups. See what I mean? It's like y'all are all spawned from the same soul family. Not physical family, soul family. Can't happen. So whoever that practitioner is, that shit was sent right back to him. Just because your ass chose to work for the dark doesn't mean you have any authorization to attack anyone who works for the light. And I know that's what it is because it's sitting right here. So this is a chauvinistic dickhead, because that's what chauvinists are, because you have a dick and you think with it, so it makes you a dickhead, Richards. Yeah. Because you got some outdated thinking, and I know that's what it is. Old system. Lord have mercy. Like they was really trying to make shit bad. Somebody got a deeper, peek at the situation before they whatever spirit guide this person at a distance is working with, they told them you shouldn't do this, but they did it anyway. Because, they hate women. Anyway, let's pick those up. Move on. Different energy. I dare not linger too long. People are pathetic. That's really what I'm getting from that. Like, it's just pathetic energy. Yo, I'm hearing Aaliyah, age ain't nothing but a number. And I'm not here in the context of the song, but more so, someone's like, well, I should know more. I should be higher ranked because of what? Your human age? Fuck out of here. What's wrong with you? We've seen that shit right back to you. Age ain't nothing but a number. And I feel like you're going to see much more destruction on this planet the more this energy rises. I'm not even joking. I'm not. I see it. I really do see it. It's not a joke. Y'all should have played nice. Now, she taking back everything that y'all took ill-gottenly. Okay? Just letting you know. She been quietly watching. You took and took and took and took and took and took and never gave anything back, is what she's saying. All right. No problem. There you go. It's a reason why globally there are efforts to, you know, the terraform deserts, you know, they're planting seeds. Oh, and somebody's getting very bad karma if they were talking shit, trying to ruin your reputation, besmirching your good name. They're getting their karma. I keep telling y'all, she want her lick back. The planet too. She want her lick back. Alright. What else is going on? Holy Spirit, what's this here? So if y'all getting urges to move, you better listen. Just telling you now. Interesting. Okay. Somebody that you left behind who can't get over you. They feeling, you know, in their feels. They sitting in a dark room, rocking and shit. This person, you know, trying to say some crap like, oh, you need me, you'll never find, blah, 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 whatever. You drop this person like a bad fucking habit, and they are now currently creating fake accounts to see if you moved on to somebody else. This person desperately wants you back. Moves in silence, moving on, thank you, next. And then unbothered. See what I mean? I don't even feel like you said anything. I feel like you told this person one time, that was it. They got closure because move in silence is in the block position. No, you told this person. You told them, you told them, you told them, you told them. So whatever they're thinking, it's of their own imagination, hitting the clouds, ghosted in and out, disappearing. This was supposed to happen. But this person is somehow blaming you for whatever legal issues they're currently having, and they mad about it. Universe, like, you dodged a bullet. This person is very egoic. I feel like you had all the proof that you needed about this situation, and you blocked this person. Yes, you did. Not to mention, they've created some sort of fake accounts. So if you've ever been spammed, like I've been spammed during my lives, where somebody will come in with like a bot type channel, that one that I've already blocked on multiple occasions, and then it's just a stupid, like, repetitive over and over and over. It's people like that. They don't want you to know who it is, but they want you to know who it is, like dumb shit like that. It's something like that. So, look. Now I feel like this person needs you for some reason, maybe because they're having legal issues, even though they're trying to blame you for their legal issues. You have zero interest. This person, I don't know if you think they're dumb, right? Like, because how could you? You know exactly who this person is. And in your opinion, they have a bad reputation. Like, you use your discernment. Yeah. I feel like they made a very bad business deal trying to be a hustler. Like, straight up. Chasing some lifestyle they couldn't attain. Why is this person coming towards the collective? Ace of Swords. That's exactly what it is. You ain't a hustler, baby. Look. It's just a matter of time before this person has to surrender to the authorities. I'm not even joking. This is their karma catching up with them. You took a risk. There was no reward. Look, Five of Swords, by any means necessary. This person could have even tried to implicate you in this bullshit, especially the way the Five of Swords landed on the fake accounts. Yeah, look, you didn't take the bait. Ace of Pentacles fell out on top of Unbothered. And let's see, the Six of Pentacles landed right on top of the Five of Swords fake accounts. This person was hoping, I don't know, like trying to convince you to maybe go in on some sort of project, something, you know, some form of equal give and take. But you was like, nah, you really not that generous when it comes to shit like this. Somebody is risk avert. Because I'm looking at 7 Pentacles now, Ace of Pentacles, 6 plus a 6. Right, so they wanted you to invest in something. But look, something was off. You was like, I don't know. You followed your heart. Yeah, something was a mystery. Yeah, 3 of Pentacles. They was working on it. They needed you, and you was like, I don't think so. Strength. Yeah, see? You held back. Yeah. So they weren't, ooh. Because you didn't take the, I'm telling you, it didn't work out that way. King of Swords. Right. Somebody's a mastermind. There's another factor in all of this, a third energy. Again, there's that, it's coming back around. Not the same, but there's a hidden hand. Somebody in the background who you weren't supposed to know about moving in silence. Let me tell you something. The sneakier the energy, the louder that shit is. Look, see? It was supposed to put you in some sort of bind, some sort of trap, 8 of Swords, but that didn't happen. It didn't happen. Like everything was tentative on you taking a certain action and you did not. Look, manifestation, practicality, skill, absolute decisions, business, the ego. Right. This started all the bullshit. 5 of Wands. Because somebody was overly confident that they were going to be able to convince you to move how they wanted you to move, and you rejected that shit, and it all fell apart. 5 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. Because if you good, right, if you sitting in the King of Pentacles, look, that was what I was feeling, Empress, High Priestess. Like, how you figure you gonna lie to somebody who's sitting in that fucking energy, dummy? Confirmation. Right. Hermit energy. I told you, the sneakier it is, the louder it is. You like, what's that? It's like, I can't describe it any better than that. It's like there was an invisible button, and then there's a button, and it's like the more someone tries to keep your attention off of something, the more the button comes into focus. It's the strangest phenomenon. Look, see that energy. Not to mention, I feel like somebody said something that kind of trigger your spidey senses. Look, justice. See? They fighting for their life right now in the courts. They really are. And this person, they want you to be nice. They don't want you to tell the fucking truth. Knight of Cups, Queen of Swords. Right. No, you gonna tell the truth. They trying to get to you. They want to talk to you, you know, to try to explain some things, you know, to make it right. No. No. This person was 8 of Pentacles, 10 of Swords. Like when I tell you they was working real hard to fuck your life up, that's who this person is. Do not help them. Don't answer their phone calls. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Told you. Oh, wait. This person could have been creating fake accounts. in your name also. Because you weren't interested in whatever they were selling to you. They couldn't put you in some sort of legal jeopardy, some sort of bind. Yeah, because they was getting ready to change up, like falsified documentation, paperwork, some shit like that. Yeah, somebody fishing for comments. Mm-hmm. You got away from this person in a nick of time. When I tell you that. Archangel Michael is like gathering these folks up, I keep saying. Daddy said, not my daughter. I'm not even joking. Empress, Tower, Ace of Wands, Hierophant, Page of Swords, Ace of Cups. Like I said, the divine said, not my daughter. Flying fucking monkey. Right. Rejection is your protection. Any divine feminine at this point, divine, you know that. You know that. Because this person, I mean that. They were really going to set you up. But I feel like it's all been uncovered. The truth is absolutely known about this. And maybe for some of y'all, this really was supposed to be like your counterpart. But nah, this motherfucker treacherous. It's alright. You don't want to wake up. You get Eight of Cups chariot energy. I don't know where it went. Anyway. But there is an investigation into all of this. I'm seeing like big. It was a lot of money at stake. I don't know how that applies to you, collective. You could be loaded. Hey, don't forget your girl. You know, tips are always appreciated. At the same time, there was a lot of money involved, and they thought they was just gonna dust you off because you was lonely and you love on the brand, and you know somebody showed you some attention. It was gonna be easy to just. I don't think so. How long? 57. All right. Can't actually be here all day. Yeah, look. But you might have pulled cards on this person, your daggone self, and seen what it was about. That all of this attention and shit that you were receiving from this individual was because somebody was paying them to get close to you because they took some sort of offer from a shit talker, stalker. Right. A deranged motherfucker. Yeah. Deranged. Spiritually. Look. They was gonna set your ass up. There's no way around it. They was giving money to do something to you. Divine Feminine. They were sent in to cause chaos in your life. This person never had nothing to offer you, but they are now obsessed with you. Because you hurt their ego and blocked them. Groupie. Yeah. They were paid. And I feel like that's why there's this investigation, because money was changing hands. Foul intentions were being exchanged over the internet. Cyberbully, fake smiles. And these is people who was, I guess, you know, supposed to be in your, you know, if you're on Facebook, friends, if you your followers, subscribers, however the fuck that work, or whatever platform, make you feel like they like some of these people could be family. Alright, last round, Holy Spirit. Somebody broke. They said broke ass. Broke ass. Hope you ain't get your ass broke. Or somebody could have been saying that about you, but they lying through their teeth. They just, no, they want you to be like them. They don't have any money. They're poor, but they're broke inside. Yeah, see? Forcer. This is projection magic at its finest. Mm. Somebody being forced to sell ass on the internet. Or that's a lie they was trying to say about you. But I see that somebody really having to live that life because they don't have no money. Because you was out here doing it for the gram. You might want to be careful because it looked like you're not making healthy choices. Right. It's going to be proof that somebody out there, you know, spreading it wide, dropping it low for whomever they can partner with to get access to some dinero, some money. Look, winning. Somebody got habits, bad habits, and these habits is why they don't have no money. Didn't I say Ruby? Ruby. Yeah. Yep. Wow. So this drama starter trying to lie their way and like not even lie their way, but trying to project negative energy towards you so y'all lives match because their life is falling apart. Right, because they constantly pulling cards on you, stalker, divination, abuse. Right. So they talk shit about how you out here living. Meanwhile, this is the game they playing. Dirty offer. Look at this shit. Dirty offer. Possessive lover. Impersonator. Spiritual hater. Travel. Dirty offer. Looking you up. This is This is a this is a travel nurse. They go around providing air quotes care to people. They care. Ew. Look, uninterested back to back. Look at that shit.